Hello, friends, and welcome to episode 2 of Odysseus the Puhsy. I am Odysseus. There is something about humans that I used to find very confusing. That is their obsession with movie stars. I mean, I literally had no idea why a human would be fascinated with and so interested in the ideas of movie stars. Pictures of movie stars, magazines dedicated to movie stars, having movie stars on talk shows, and movie stars giving speeches at college graduations. Why? Well, I know what you're thinking. You're saying to yourself, "Oh, Odysseus, you are a little slow, aren't you?" And, well, yes, I have to agree with you. I guess I am. Once I understood humans just a little better, it all became perfectly clear. You see, the reason humans are enamored with movie stars is because humans are complete idiots! I mean, humans are waterfowl, stupid! Let me explain. When duck hunters go hunting in the wild, they bring with them decoys. These are like plastic or wood ducks that look like real ducks. They're imitations of real ducks. They're not real. Okay, try to hold that thought in your mind. Fake ducks. So, the hunters put the fake ducks on the pond to convince the other ducks flying by that the pond is a safe place to land. See, the fake ducks trick the real ducks that what they're doing on the water, floating there, is real life. And the ducks flying over, they look down and they say, "Oh, look at those ducks having a nice time down there on the pond. Let's go join them." And so they swoop and they dive and they gently descend down to the pond. And as they approach these handsome and perfectly chiseled creatures, blammo! 100 tiny pellets pepper the wild waterfowl, and down they go! So, I'm sure you're asking, "Odysseus, what does this have to do with movie stars?" Well, I knew you'd ask that question, and I'm about to give you the big reveal. You see, when movie stars are acting in a movie, they're just pretending to be the people on the screen. I know they're in your house and they're looking right at you. And I know when you talk to them, you think they don't talk back just because they're too busy falling in love or robbing a bank or whatever they're doing. But what's going on is they are just pretending to be doing real life. I mean, think about this. What makes a movie star a great movie star? Well, they say things exactly the way the writer and director tell them to say it. And they look exactly the right way. And they move exactly the right way. They are like the best human decoys. But it's not real. You see, you've been tricked into believing that movie stars are heroic and overcome tragic life events and are funny and are the most romantic lovers. And they're witty, evil guys. But none of that stuff is real. You see, they're just pretending. So, maybe you can see now why it's so confusing to me, why humans are so interested in what the decoys have to say, what they have to think. Think about it this way. If you had a great engineer who was building a sophisticated automobile, the most sophisticated automobile on the planet, would you interview someone who bought the car and drove it around the city? Would you say, "Oh, excuse me, do you own that Nikola Protogen?" Well, yes, I do. Would you be interested in answering a few questions? First, what was your inspiration around this car? Well, I wanted a car that looked really cool and would make the vegan girls want to jump my bones. Oh, that's interesting. And how about the regenerative braking design? It's quite different. Well, I'm not sure. I just push on the gas pedal and it goes. Oh, okay. Thanks for that explanation. And what was the biggest challenge you encountered, and how did you overcome it? Well, I worked in a cubicle for 18 years, slowly draining my life force and being brainwashed by social media and product advertisements so I could handle the monotony of my life and pretend I wasn't already dead on the inside. Wonderful! Thanks! And can I just say, I love watching you drive that car. Or you might interview the person who actually invented the car. If you love a movie, why aren't you interviewing the writer? The person who had the actual ideas? Why are you talking to the decoys? Seriously, I'd love to know. Well, that brings us to the end of this episode, but I'm going to end with a joke. So, this duck hunter is walking down the street, and he sees his favorite movie star coming out of a massage parlor. He gets so excited. His heart is racing, and his face feels flush, and he even lets out a little yelp. He runs over. Oh man, oh my gosh, it's you. I can't believe it's you. I just love you in that show. Can I have your autograph? Blammo! A duck flies right into his face. Okay, my waterfowl-y friends, don't get blammoed. We'll see you next time.